Hey everybody, happy Monday to you. Hope you had a great weekend this past weekend. And it's time for another episode of 5 Minute Monday. And I know a lot of you are waiting for my big announcement, and I promise that's coming in this episode, but I can't share it right out of the gate because then no one will watch the rest of the episode. No, we do have some business to get out of the way before we start. Want to remind everybody that Crash Games will be at GenCon, and we're still looking for GenCon volunteers. So if you'd like a badge for the show and some free games and possibly some other stuff, let me know. We actually have a volunteer sign-up form on our website, and it's our brand new website, that's been out, I think, for a month or so, but maybe you haven't had a chance to visit it because there's a ton of stuff on the internet. So if you go to www, and who says that anymore? I do. crashofgames.com. I actually built the website myself. Really, really great service. Love Shopify. Love their support team out of Canada. They're holding it down. They're doing a great job. And couldn't be happier to partner with them for that website. And so, need those volunteers for GenCon and needing volunteers for Essen as well. So I always like to put that out there in much more advanced because there's a lot more logistics that go into getting into Germany than there is into Indianapolis. So check that out. So time for the big announcement. So I've been teasing this one quite a bit because I'm ridiculously excited. I hope that one of the things that I never lose from being inside this industry is still being a fan, right? I started as a fan. That's why I wanted to work in this industry so bad. And I hope that, the frustrating realities of business, or particularly business in the board game industry never turns me bitter enough or cynical enough, which the world tries to do on its own. But I hope that I never reach a point where I stop being a fan of things, where I stop being excited for stuff, because then having this job isn't as magical as it is. And don't get me wrong, this isn't different from much other work. It's still work. You still have to do stuff. There's still things that need to be accomplished, but we get to do some pretty special and amazing things, and things that we love. And so one of the things that I love doing is playing games. Go figure. And so there's a game that I have been in love with, I would say, for the last 8 years. And it has been out of print. And I would say about 3 years ago, this particular journey for me started. And I'm like, I'm not, that big of a company. I don't know how to get, licensing rights for a game. And so that I kind of stumbled around in the dark, I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't make much progress. And then I would say about a year ago, I heated up that journey, right? I knew I was a little bit bigger. I knew the players in the game, and I knew, who would go about it. And I made, some very minor progress, and didn't quite make any real discernible progress. So a couple months ago, I'm like, I'm committed. I'm going to do this. I'm going to figure this out. And it took a lot of emails, and I am very, very excited to announce that we're planning on it Q2 next year. I never want to say definitively, but I'm 90% sure that's going to happen. But I am very excited to announce that Crash of Games, is upside down, now has the licensing rights to Finca, a game designed by Ralph Serlinda and Wolfgang Senker. And I've been very, very honored to be emailing with them and working with them. And a huge, huge shout out to the graciousness of Hans Imgluck, the previous publisher. I thought for sure they were going to snatch it back and take it back once I expressed interest, and they've been very gracious and amazing to deal with. And they're my favorite German publisher, so I'm not surprised. So that's the big news, guys. I'm out of time. More details to follow on Finca, but so long. Please subscribe to our channel. We put out new videos every Monday morning. Have a great week, guys. We'll see you at ACD Games Day.